folks, this is Josh, Stoney Ridge Farmer. Welcome back to another beautiful day here on the Stoney Ridge Farm. We're in the shop today, my messy shop that needs to be cleaned out, but instead we're going to be playing with chainsaws today. So we've got our Husqvarna 460 Rancher sitting out here. This is a Husqvarna 460 Rancher. It has a 24-inch bar on it. This is a great saw. It's been super awesome. However, we've got our Wood-Mizer sawmill down here and we're gonna upgrade. So we're gonna set you to the side, don't feel bad, but we're upgrading today. We're gonna unbox and put to work a Husqvarna 572 XP Pro Saw. It's gonna be awesome. We've got a 24-inch bar and chain here. We're gonna put it to work. We're gonna go over and cut some logs. I've got a big old pile of mess and logs and stuff on the other side of the farm. So come along today as we do an awesome unboxing and a quick review of the Husqvarna 572 XP Chainsaw Pro Saw. Awesome. Woo! Alright guys, if this is your first time in the Stoney Ridge Farm channel, welcome to the channel. Welcome to our farm. My wife and I bought a 150-acre piece of property here in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains in North Carolina, and we're starting a first-generation farm. So we've got our cattle, we're working on fences, we're clearing land, we've got sawmill, we got cabins building, we got all kinds of fun stuff going on. So consider subscribing to the channel. This video is brought to you by our friends at HL Supply. HLSupply.com is giving us a 10% coupon code for you guys, and they sell basically all kinds of parts and stuff to rebuild and or work on basically any kind of saw. So it's HLSupply.com and the coupon code is BH10. That's your official Stoney Ridge Farmer coupon code to get 10% off one-time order on all your chainsaw parts. So let's slide our 460 Rancher off to the side. Oh gosh, I hate to do that. Ooh. Now you might wonder why this is upside down. Well, the bar is upside down because every time I sharpen the chain, I flip the bar, so I don't wear the bar out. But the bar doesn't have very much wear on it. So here we go. Here is, you know what? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna take the bar out first. I'm gonna open the bar. Should be a bar and a chain, 24-inch bar and a chain in here. I'm excited for that. Let me find my knife. There we go. All right. I'm gonna open this guy up. Very well packaged. Cool. Awesome. The guys at HL Supply did a great job. And again, they sell parts. There are parts, guys, for our chainsaws. All right, this is the X-Cut C83 right here. That's what's coming out of that box. And whoo-hoo, this is gonna be awesome, dude. I'll get rid of that. Oh man, let's be gentle. We don't want to scratch it just yet. We're gonna scratch it today. I like knocking the new off of something. It's a good time. Oh yeah. All right, good packaging. So this is the Husqvarna. What model is this? It's a 3/8 050 24-inch 60-centimeter bar. All right, we're gonna slide her out. There we go. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at that. I think it's the same bar. It looks almost, yeah, just about the same. I believe it's the same bar that we have on this machine. Let me take a look. See if it's the same bar that we have on our 460 Rancher. It looks like it's about the same, maybe a little bit different. This is a RSNB, so it's a little bit different. Made in Canada. All right, and also made in Sweden, so this is a Swedish chain. Now for the fun part. Normally I don't do unboxings on the channel, but I'm just so super excited about this chainsaw that I had to do an unboxing. Sometimes I think unboxings can be kind of boring. If you guys want to skip ahead to where we're using the chainsaw, there'll be links to the chapters down there in the video description for you. There'll also be links to the coupon code from HL Supply. Yeah, baby. Look at this. Nice. Love it when it comes out of the box almost ready to go. Got some other goodies back here. Get rid of that. We'll clean the shop later. Oh yeah. Okay, so there's some more Instructions manual, we'll talk a little bit about that, fuel mixture and stuff like that, because we definitely need to know our fuel mixture. It may say it on the saw, but man, look at the difference. Let's just set the XP saw up next to the Rancher. Look at that. There's a difference, guys. There is a difference. Not much of a difference, and once we get the bar on, we'll do a little bit of a weight comparison, but this is fairly lightweight. Ooh, that's way heavy. So this saw has a magnesium crankcase. It auto adjusts itself. In other words, you don't ever have to fool with adjusting the carburetor, and the air filter is supposed to filter out. It's a special new type of air filter, I'm told. It's supposed to filter out. Let's get our chainsaw wrench. What do you call this? Pop quiz. Post it down there in the comments. What's that called, guys? All right. You know what? We'll pick a random answer, a random correct answer to this, and we'll send you a Stoney Ridge Farmer hat. That's what we'll do. So in a couple of weeks, we'll notify you and send you a Stoney Ridge Farmer hat. So here's where the air filter box is. Oh, okay. It's got three tabs. There we go. Take your chainsaw wrench. I know the name for it, but I want you guys to guess. All right, and out comes, yeah, look at that. Look at that air filter system on this versus the air filter system on this. I've got to take screws out, and it's basically, it's not a commercial grade air filter system. So awesome. Look at that. Man, that's a pretty saw. Look at that. Cool. All right, so we'll pop the top back on this thing. I'm super excited. I've never ran a pro saw before, so this should be a treat, a real treat. Okay, so let's install our bar. Flip this guy over and gently disassemble. Now, I have learned a lesson before. You want to make sure if you're taking a saw apart, I think it's unlocked. I think it needs to be unlocked. Yeah, make sure that you're unlocked, or it's a huge, huge hassle, especially with this one. I'm not sure with the Pro Saw. So what Grandpa used to always say is learn from others' mistakes. That's what a fool learns from his own mistakes, and a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. Okay, so probably should read the instructions before I do this, but I didn't. There we go. We've got a little rubber piece right there to hold things in place. Here's our bar, and for this, we'll put the bar on right side up. Okay. Here's our chain. Got to be careful when you're fooling with a chainsaw chain, because these things are sharp, especially with these XP saws. Man, you're working with a dangerous piece of equipment. We always use our safety gear here on the farm. So you want your cutting edge going that way. That's what we have. So this Pro Saw, you never can lose your nuts off of your cover. With the consumer grade saw, that's one of the most common parts to lose off your chainsaw, is one of those nuts that holds the chain in place. We need to back off on our set screw a little bit right here. We've got a special surprise getting ready to come around the corner here, guys. We've been clearing land on the farm here for about 2 weeks. I've been in an excavator for somewhere in the neighborhood of 96 hours in the last 2 weeks. And coming around the corner is my loader operator, Frank. He's been up there fixing up a new pond that we just built. All kinds of fun stuff going on here on the farm. Here's our special treat. This is our Kubota RTV X1140. Love it. But there's Frank getting ready to cruise by. Last video, we put a new set of tracks on that thing. Gonna just snug these guys down, and then I'm gonna lay it flat, and I'll show you why here in just a second. Our chain isn't very tight, and I already cut myself with it. You don't want your chain to be too tight. That's almost too tight right there, but I've got a little bit of play in the chain, and it's gonna break in, so I anticipate having to adjust it before I after I run it for just a few minutes anyway. So we're gonna lift up on the bar and snug the bar down. And guys, notice the length of this chainsaw wrench. If you already posted the answer down there, you already know what it's called. See how short it is? It's short for a reason, because if you crank down on this too doggone hard, it's gonna cause a problem, okay? You can over tighten these and strip things out. So we're not doing that. That looks pretty good. Okay. All right, cool. I had it locked. I had it the opposite way I wanted it. Look at that. Look at that. Man, that looks nice. What a good looking chainsaw. Okay, so let's flip it over and we'll talk about some of the features of this saw versus the features of the consumer grade saw. So the consumer grade saw, laid over here on its side, they're virtually the same size. The XP is just a little bit bigger, and it's a little bit bigger because it's a larger chainsaw. So this, I think it's around 60. Hold on, I've got the specs written down here. This is 60.3 cc's, where this one is 71 cc's. This is, let's see, lighter. The XP saw is lighter. It's bigger and it's lighter and more powerful. You have a fuel level indicator on here. You don't have a fuel level indicator on here. Bar oil, you don't have a bar oil indicator. You don't have one on this one either. However, this has the Husqvarna flip style opener, okay? So for your bar oil, you press down and flip it up. Look at that. Everything's so tight, it's brand new. There we go. Awesome. We'll open this guy up. I'll show you, I'll get you a close up of this fuel cap and the bar oil cap. There's your bar oil cap. That's it. You flip that little tab up and loosen it, just like so. Same thing with the fuel cap. So you depress the tab, that pops up. Super duper handy. Okay, there's one more part of the assembly that we have to put together. This is the chain catch, and this is gonna go just below the chain. There's a little bushing right here, just like so. So, chain catch goes right on the bottom right here. I'll show you. Right there. Okay, and that's to keep the chain from slapping you in the leg if it breaks. Okay, and we'll check everything after we ran this off for about half hour or so. So today, after we get done running, we'll check everything, make sure everything's tight, make sure the muffler's on tight, make sure that our chain is nice and snug. Now, I want to show you this. So we're going to slide the XP saw over here to put fuel and bar oil in it. And again, just push that tab, it flips up, turn it just like that. Works awesome. Push that one, turn it. Now, I've got something really cool, guys, and this should be on everybody's Christmas list. So this is a Husqvarna fuel canister, okay? Fuel cell. And on this side, you have your bar oil. On this side, you have your mixed fuel. And we just mix fuel. Husqvarna recommends for their saws under 75 cc's or 75 cc's and below to be 50 to 1. So there's a little gauge right here. You can see how much bar oil, you can see how much fuel, and there's a little toolkit on here too. So there's a little pouch inside here, and I've had this thing for about a year. It's really tough. There's a little pouch right here, and I keep my bar oil greaser in there, and then you can keep all your other tools right here. And for some reason, somebody used my fuel tank and lost my file, my chainsaw file. That's all right. So we're gonna lube up everything. First, we're gonna fuel up everything. So we'll do the bar oil, and I always make a huge mess doing that. The bar oil has a little air inlet right there, so it doesn't go glug, glug, glug. This thing's awesome, man. This is a great gift idea. Let's see how much bar oil we can put in here without spilling. Now we're just gonna run it for a little bit today, so I'm not gonna fill it all the way full. Put that cap back on. Now this is the cool part. This is a cap that fits down inside the fuel cell, okay? And it pushes down right there. It'll automatically stop when it's full of fuel. So I'll tip it up, just like so. I'll mash down on there, just like so. It's filling up right now. We're gonna go on and fill the whole tank. Let me make sure I shook it real good first. There we go. So you have no fuel cap to worry about. You just wipe that off if it's got a little debris on it. Fill it up, and this thing has almost a 3/4 gallon fuel tank on it, okay? XP, Pro saw. Tighten that guy down, lock him into place. Now for the first fire up. Before I fire this thing up for the first time, these are a Husqvarna kit that I bought, a Husqvarna safety gear kit. I wear safety gear when I run my chainsaw, especially when I'm on YouTube. So we're gonna snap this guy into place. And this is pretty easy. I mean, it takes 2 seconds and it'll save your leg. My dad has spent some time in the hospital. I must have lost some weight. That thing's loosened up. My dad spent some time in the hospital from topping a tree and hitting his knee. So lessons learned, we always wear safety gear. Okay, for our first fire up, we've got a compression relief valve. We press that down and we've got a pump, a little fuel pump right here. We're gonna pump that till we start seeing fuel, and then we're gonna give it 2 pumps after. 1, 2, okay? Now, our choke, this is a little different than a regular saw. Our choke and our stop are in the same place. So choke is up, pull out and go up. I'll show you. Pull out, like so, go up. That's full choke. Once it's running, click it down. To stop the saw, press that, and that kills the saw. Pretty cool. Let's go over here in the grass and fire it up for the first time. We'll put our choke up, we'll give her a tug, fired, take our choke down, and pull one more time. Whoop, there it is. Now this is a brand new saw, so we're gonna let it sit there and idle for just a little bit and kind of break in that motor. I'm gonna let it run there for about 5 minutes. We'll throw it in the back of the Kubota, and we're gonna head over there and we're gonna cut some. Okay guys, so we're over here with the saw by the log. Let me show you the log that we've got. This is stump growth. So what you see here is growth off a stump, an old sycamore tree, and I'll show you one that's standing right now. We got to get rid of that guy too. So we just cleared off about, well, a total of about 50 acres here on the farm. But this is our windrow, this is our pile, and we're gonna let this pile rot for a little bit. But this is good firewood, so we're not gonna let this go to waste. We don't burn wood, but except in our shop. So we're gonna share this with the neighbor. We're gonna cut some of this up today, have some fun with this new saw. So let's put her to the test, see how she runs and see how she cuts. Bad. This is one bad machine, guys. Holy cow. I totally recommend picking up an XP saw. Man, super happy with this thing. Holy cow. I can smell the new kind of burning off of it, so I need to run it for probably a good half hour. We'll go ahead and run a quarter tank of fuel out of this thing and get this log cut up real quick. We'll see you in just a minute. That thing cuts like a scalded dog, dude. This thing is awesome. Oh, well guys, that's it for the farm vlog today. I appreciate you coming. The 572 XP is awesome. Again, check out HL Supply for all your needs. There's a coupon code down in the video description there for you. I appreciate you coming. We'll see you next time. Pound the like button. I hope to see you again on the Stoney Ridge. All right? Woo! Well, come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge. Woo! in the woods, baby. That's where it's at. She's nice. Today is gonna be, my belly is getting cut in half. Oh, before we do that, we've got to eat some Pringles. Starving. Long day on the farm. So this is a 460. Pound the like button, jump in, subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you back. My wife and I, you never can lose your nuts.